Welcome back to the 2K Puckett Duffman Swanee, your team of casters for today's tournament. And we just saw Prophecy lay down the law on Biolab. Swanee, break it down for us. Give us a little analysis. How did Prophecy control that last map?
I mean, to put it shortly, it was an absolute mollywhopping by Prophecy, to be honest. I think they just took advantage of their experience in S&D. They kept composure. They didn't... Aside from, I think it was one rush by Legal, I think, where he rushed top purple and got a two-piece, they just let Just make the first move every time and just kind of played off them. They let them make the first move, sat back, got the pick with the sniper, and I think their use of the sniper to get first pick in, I'm pretty sure it was 6 out of 6 rounds they got first pick, and it's just not acceptable by Just to allow that to happen, you know. Given the fact that first pick plays a huge part, it kind of dictates what happens in the rest of the round. You can't allow the other team to get 6 out of 6 first picks on both offense and defense.
There's no snipers going to be used here and capture the flag. What is going to be the best strategy to bring to the table right now if you're JusTus? You're down 2-0 in the series.
Just to keep composure, really, and not let it get there, because after a 6-0 loss, especially in any tournament situation, you know, whether it's LAN, the league, or the 2K or the 5K, you know, your head's going to be a bit down. You're going to be thinking, wow, we just messed up. But it appears that team killing, so I don't think it's frustration. I think there's something wrong with the game.
All right, I got Attach's screen up. We can go to that, Ron, if you want to. We got 5-4 over here, a game-winning round for Denial. And you can see Attach, they're trying to clear out purple here. Bomb still in Biolab. But
I just love Attach's face cam. I'm just going to point that out real quick.
It's a giant
His
chair.
head poking up.
An X in the background.
It's awesome. First 30 seconds of the round already completed. Looks like they're going to be able to get this bomb planted. Attach is going to find one. And not going to be able to clean up the kill just yet. That player's going to escape for the time being.
There? And it looks like they did lose a teammate. So answering back, Attach has got one more player to beat. That bomb's still not down. He's got a teammate with him. 3 up still here for Denial.
Wow. Time's ticking too. 30 seconds left for this bomb to go somewhere. Looks like they're going to rotate this one all the way over to the A bomb site and or B bomb site, excuse me, and get this one planted. I did say A.
Yeah, you're
A
right.
bomb
You're
site.
right.
Wow.
I confused you
Duff
earlier.
is drunk, apparently.
It's all good.
Bomb's going to be planted. See if they can defend it.
And it looks like last alive gonna be Mr. Dito for Strictly Business. Denial versus SB, your round of 8 match coming to a close here. And then right after, we'll jump into Prophecy. Game number 3, CTF.
Well,
Denial, I called him to win the tournament. This should be a 3-0 over SB if they get the win. I mean, game 1 much closer than a lot of us expected. About 10 points separated these two squads, but Denial just playing so smart in S&D to close it out. Round win, 6-4. It's over. Let's jump into our next one. We got the match up and running. Legal already with a flag in hand after a 4-0 start.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out that Legal just absolutely destroyed him. And I think for his sake, it's pretty good that I'm not able to remember who he just destroyed, but to get that flag out, it was a huge play.
that was ridiculous. Ridiculous play. He got a 2-piece to destroy the second person. Yeah. That's why I was sitting here like, oh my god. Oh, great, Scott. Just classic, though. He's going to get this flag out of the base. He's going to head out towards his green. He's going to receive shots, though, and he will get taken out by Ricky. Huge defensive stop. And 3 down for Prophecy. That flag is going to be returned. Here comes another pull. Enable will get this one out and see if he can take it the same way.
And Parasite stunned Enable here, but couldn't hit the shot. So Enable stays alive with the flag. I have Parasite highlighted on your minimap, trying to fight a big one-on-one out in the snow to stay alive. He's gonna get the kill. Another challenger from Biolab, and Parasite down. Enable had one player to beat, couldn't do it. Nice return coming in from JusTus, or excuse me, from Prophecy.
Ricky able to win that gunfight and force the return. Classic with a nice start here. Now going 5-5, but Legal pulling the flag yet again. Finally, he'll get dropped just before he can get it out the base towards Snow. Inside of Biolab's gonna be Fears. Fears, I'm looking for him to go big this capture the flag. He went, it was relatively quiet to start hard point on Solar, and then he turned things up. He turned things up in a big way.
He caught some fire.
He caught the opposite of coolness.
Swanee,
opposite of ice.
let's take a look at JusTus's side of the map. Now, are they playing from the preferred side, or is this side more difficult to capture on?
It's the worst side, to be honest. I think significantly. There's a, you know, on CEF, there's always going to be a good side and a bad side. And you just need to make sure you capitalize on the good side, which is essentially what Prof are doing now. You know, when you're on the side which Prof are on, if you look exactly what Parasite's done, he just ran snow and pulled the flag snow, and that's pretty much the easiest route because you spawn them out high up green, and as long as you've got a player holding green cut-off, which I think it was legal or Ricky there, you've pretty much got a guaranteed cap.
Flag pulled. Slack's going to be the one to take it. Trying to cut him off is going to be Legal. Legal not going to find him just yet. Jumping up top. Legal does catch him. Flag's going to be down. And still an opportunity for someone to pull it, but it will be Classic to be that one. Taking it out towards green. He's going to have Ricky and Fears in the way. Able to take out Fears. One more in front. That's the flag carrier. Ricky able to pick him off. Enable cleans up and makes the trade. And this, Enable taken out. And there's the return. Shut down by Parasite.
Now, when you see teams, if they're forced, you don't really want to run the flag green on the side with just around, but if you have to, the other team spawn so far up the map that, as you've just seen, it's so easy for them to just overextend and get to your base before you can even retain control of it.
I got out of hand quickly. Either way, 2-0 here. Lead for Prophecy. 130 remaining. And despite an almost capture we saw there out of Enable and Squad, JusTus seemingly unable to do anything about this on the less favored side of Sentinel.
Prophecy playing very defensive. I was on board with Parasite for a while. He's been back in his base for a full 45 seconds, just trying not to give up any captures to JusTus while continuing to send two players in. Right now, it's Ricky leading the charge. You see it's all red kill feed once again. Moch is going to pick up one or two back at their base, but this should be a clean grab if they want to get out snow side. You got one protector, but Moch with the pole on the opposite end is going to see that flag returned. Here's a third capture opportunity as Ricky is going to get this one around the building.
He should be able to. He does have one coming in from purple from behind him, but should be able to in the time. Yes, jump in and put another capture in. Prophecy up 3-0. Ricky going to play a little defense, base defense to shut down Mochilla. And Prophecy's going to go into this half, with a 3-point lead.
Everyone's out slaying right now.
Oh, 100%. Keep in mind, though, like we were talking about earlier with Swanee, is that Prophecy's on the favored side. It's a lot easier to get flags out and run them back, and JusTus is going to have an opportunity on the favored side next round for 5 minutes to try to take the lead.
And that was, I don't know if you noticed, but in blue, that was a huge play by Legal to get the two-piece and return the flag. Just had the potential to pull it out green, play for the stalemate, but Legal managed to get the two-piece in the return for Prophecy's third cap. So that's two. He's got both. I think he got 3 or 4 consecutive kills to get the first flag out, and then on the opposite defending, he managed to get the clutch two-piece.
Everyone was talking Money B was going to take the spot of either Fears or Legal. After watching Legal play today, I think he is a man you cannot even consider removing from your roster.
I agree. I mean, they play so well together. We talked about that in the beginning of the show before we got into the matches. When we were talking about Prophecy, Legal and Fears, how well are they meshing with Ricky and Parasite? And they are just so well. We've seen them consistently in 2 different matches do well. Mochilla gonna cause problems. Parasite's gonna say, here's a 2-piece to answer right back. But no, this Prophecy squad just looks good. It's hard to justify switching embos for either of those players.
I'm watching Moch right now, a player trying to pull his flag green side. He's playing defense, and JusTus cannot make these mistakes. That was an easy kill on Ricky that he could not finish with the ASM-1. If he had the bow, that was an easy finish. But now Ricky converting flag number 4 for Prophecy. The cutoffs are nearly perfect.
Yeah, I mean, this is sheer dominance on just about every game mode from Prof. It's not as if it's been close, 6-0 S&D, just absolutely unequivocal. 4-0 at the moment. It's just a convincing victory on pretty much every game mode, and I think they're just outclassing them sheerly.
Ricky was cleaned up as he was pushing in for a flag. It looks like, excuse me, that was Parasite rather. On the opposite side, Ricky trying to move in for a flag. Solid defense. That's coming in from Classic, who has switched back over to the bow. I want to switch through and see what are the loadouts here. We still have an ASM-1 for Slack to enable. He was using a bow, and Moch is sticking with an ASM-1. So some split classes on the other side. Parasite, a 5-kill streak. He's going for a capture. This would be his second cap of the game.
Love this route, pushing into green. Unfortunately, he'll be met by Enable, but that is such a cool route to head in through there, in through Biolab, out to Snow, and into your base. Rather than taking the outskirts to green, it's just so difficult to take it out this way. Meanwhile, Prophecy on the less favored side is able to put on another cap here in the second half. 3 minutes left for JusTus. Otherwise, it's going to be the 3-0 sweep for Prophecy in a game that we did not foresee that outcome happening.
Yeah, I completely agree with your point about pulling the green. You know, I think we've seen numerous times on both sides just have tried to pull the flag out green, and because the opposing team just spawns so far up the map, which is common on CTF on this game, they're just able to get the counter and able to get the return.
Parasite gets a return while carrying a flag. Gonna keep this alive. Finally, a member of JusTus comes in and gets the return. Both flags at home as Enable is going for a desperation pull. Can he get this out on Snow? 3 players still up for prop.
He is trapped. You can see on your mini-map, he is surrounded. He does have a little help there from Slacked actually inside Biolab. And now he'll work his way out through Snow. Fears, meanwhile, did get the flag out for Prophecy. We got ourselves a little bit of a snailmate. Snailmate?
Ooh.
Stalemate.
Snailmate.
Meanwhile, Ricky is hiding in the base of JusTus. This could prove to be a big return if he's able to find Enable.
Enable's got him. All right, so there's one player to be inside of purple. Enable taking fire, taking stuns is going to cap. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. They need 3, though. And Prophecy, again, going for the objective. Parasite turning and burning Classic after killing Enable. Here is a counter cap. Can they get this one home? Honestly, it doesn't matter as long as they're buying time.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they're just playing for the trade of captures and just map control at this point. When you have such a healthy lead, there's still technically enough time for JusTus to run this one back, but they just gotta play for their map control, play for captures. If they have the advantage, they can get 3, 4 down, and they're 100% just waiting for JusTus to respond, and, you know, ball's in JusTus court right now.
I really wish there was a stat for flag grabs. Parasite with another is going to pull this one through green.
Wow.
And he's got,
probably pulled the flag like 7, 8 times.
He's got just one player to beat. One more will be coming through the middle. Now let's see how this is going to play out. Enable pulling that counter flag. Parasite will fall. Enable can't get it out in time. Slacked. Last man up here for JusTus going for the pull. And I think we're going to see this one come down to the last 60 seconds with the flag in the hands of Moch. I don't think he's getting out. Prophecy, another great defensive stand.
Yep, I think it's pretty much over for Frost. One thing I just want to point out, actually, if you take a look at the returns on both teams, I think it just emphasizes how hard it is to actually get the flag out and maintain a setup, you know, on this game. It's just constantly about pressure, pushing forward, and not necessarily holding, you know, a concrete setup like you'd see on maps such as Slums on Black Ops 2, where you were able to actually hold the cutoffs, you know, and keep a team pinned into spawn pretty much the whole game. It's just not that easy on this game.
Well, I mean, that's the nature of the maps as well, too. I mean, obviously they try to fix spots as much as they can, but like, look at your mini-map. Every capture flag mini-map on Black Ops 2, I was talking about this as Mr. X, is symmetrical, kind of, you know, a long map with specific lanes. This is the opposite of that. There is no specific lanes. It's just different juking routes as far as capture the flag goes, so it's difficult to pin anybody in a spawn, especially, you know, when the spawns are so different in this game. Time's gonna dwindle down, finally gonna end, and capture the flag here in Biolab. Map number 3 goes to Prophecy in a very impressive 3-0 victory in this best of 5 here in quarterfinals over JusTus, knocking JusTus out of the tournament.
One thing I want to note also, Moch with the rage quit, leaving his team behind.
Come on, Moch.
Not sharing his stats as Prophecy gives him the business. Legal, my MVP from the series. Parasite looking very strong also in the hard point, as well as that capture the flag. Honestly, maybe it's Parasite who gets my MVP here. Strong performance all across the board, though, from this Prophecy squad, trying to prove to everyone that Columbus wasn't a fluke and that they should be considered a top 3 team in this game.
Well, now they're going to be heading into semifinals next. They play the winner of FaZe.
Optic and Stunner.
Oh, that's a lie. Optic and Stunner, which is currently in map number 4, Uplink. And we'll find out how that one goes, but it's 2-1 favor of Stunner in that series. I believe it's 2-1 favor of FaZe in the FaZe versus TK series as well. So matches are continuing to get closer and closer. I think we're going to see a few game 5s here between in our quarterfinals matches.
Now, I was switching through, and I got Denial currently up 3-1 in their CTF game. They do have a 2-0 lead in the best of 5, as you can see in our bracket. So if they win this in the next 3 minutes, they will be moving on to face off most likely against FaZe. TK looking to rally as well.
I think if Stunner somehow managed to pull off the win against Optic and Optic don't manage to make the comeback, I think I mean, this is our original predictions completely out the window, but I can see Prof actually making the final and having a good chance of contending for the win in the 2K, especially with the form you've just seen there. I mean, I was surprised at just how dominant they actually were versus Just. I thought that'd be I thought that'd be a 3-2 series at least.
Let's go over to this TK match. We actually just saw Theory dunk one in from the bad side. That was a 2-minute and 16-second score. Now they have the good side. Can TK take this here in overtime and force a game number 5?
Overtime uplink. Skiddly D here. Come back. I'm actually watching through the POV of Ake, so I'm seeing the opposite side, but it's going to end 2-2 victory here for FaZe.
And FaZe will win this.
FaZe will win it.
FaZe got it. So 3-1. FaZe is going to take it. TK losing the initial fight for control at the start. And that's got to be a heartbreaker. They were so proud of that 2-point conversion from the bad side. And here it comes. Sensor with your slam cam. Puts another 2 on the board in the first 40 seconds, it looked like.
FaZe, they're gonna win 3-1 over Team Caliber, and they'll continue on. Of course, when you take a look at the bracket, most likely are gonna be playing Denial. We just saw from Attach's point of view that they're up. Now it's actually a 1-point game. 40 seconds remain actually in that series. They're up 3-2. Capture the flag. So SB trying to rally here as they are down 2-0. In their series. Nice kill there for Attach, using the canisters to his advantage, but time's dwindling down slowly. No one's actually gotten the flag out from either team. Kind of just playing some defense is Denial.
I like it. I'm over here DJing, switching between streams.
All right, I have like 6 streams up on in my tabs.
Final 20 seconds. Oh, don't worry, it gets easier. Next round, only 4 teams to follow, and it looks like Denial is going to be one of them. He only has to hold on for 10 more seconds. The base is clear. This game done. As we're going to see Denial advance as well with a 3-0. So one of the quicker rounds of the tournament coming with the best of 5s. Ron, back to us, my friend. We're going to see Optic versus Stunner, the last remaining match here in the round of 8. Guys, can Optic bring it back?
I do believe they're actually losing on the uplink.
They're losing 8-13, round 2, 3:30 left. Can they bring it back? Yes, they can bring it back. They can. They can. Will they? That's tough. I mean,
given the caliber of the players on the team, you can never count them out. You know,
100%.
They've still got a mountain to climb, especially being down on the 3rd map as well.
Boom! I got Nate shot up for you, Ronald.
Down a full 3 possessions. They would need 2 dunks and a throw right now. I've got Nate shot on my screen. He's going to be heading in through the middle.
This is their good side, though. This is where I've seen them put up 13 points in a side.
You should be able to get a toss in there. That might have been an interception. No.
Nope.
It wasn't. He will get the score in, and now it's a 2-possession game. 2 dunks, and Optic ties it up and has the opportunity to potentially take the lead. 2:55 remaining. Still plenty of time. So, like Swanee said, the caliber of this team, the players on it, you never can count them out, especially when it's just a 2-possession game in uplink.
Yeah, and as you said, Pucker, this is regarded as, I'm pretty sure every team regards this as the better side, this yellow spawn.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get that team spawning back green, it's so easy to maintain map control, get on the roofs, get on blue roof, get on the top of the vents, the railings, and just pin them in there and just keep relaying the ball. You know, there's no need to even go for downtown 3-pointer Ray Allen shots. You can just dunk it in every time.
Ray Allen shots, I love it.
Now, especially on this map, I've seen Optic really play horse multiple times on their live stream. These guys have mastered the throwing lanes, and really the scary part is when you get Formal or Scump on top of this blue building, they spawn you out over in front of green, and then Optic just dominates the right side of the map. So look for that ideal setup. As you can see, the uplink already moving in that direction.
and control the base as well. And now a one possession game, 13-11. Stunner has not been able to put on any points in the last 2 minutes since we started through the perspective of Nadeshot. That drone's going to be thrown into the base of Optic Gaming, though. Nadeshot trying to stay alive in Stunner's base, but he's not going to be able to. That's going to be 3 down for Optic Gaming.
Here comes.
And a chance for, actually, Optic's able to get that and get the drone, actually.
Yeah,
that's a huge play. Who has that drone?
Scump stayed alive. So that was a huge play by Scump. Perplex got the 3-piece. Everyone else was down. He stays alive with the satellite after winning the one-on-one, and now buys his team some time to set up. They only have a minute 20 left, though, and that's got to be on their mind. The satellite continually being tossed out here by Stunner, and it looks like one currently on the ground did not get fully out of the map. Stunner trying to keep it out of their hands. Nadeshot with the interception.
He's not going to be able to escape, though. Had a little bit of overclock left, and he's going to run out of it. Meanwhile, he's going to go ahead and start to respawn in. Time's dwindling down. It's go time for Optic Gaming, and they're going to allow another dunk. 2-possession game yet again. Stunner able to slam that one in, and that's going to put a huge dagger in the ribs of Optic Gaming if they're not able to come back into this. Goodbye, Optic, in quarterfinals. Ooh.
I don't think we're able to pull up the stats yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hugh had at least 100 kills or something along those lines. The guy, he's an absolute monster in respawn,
really
especially.
is.
We just got a peek, and actually, it looked like everyone was kind of evenly spread there for the Sentinel squad. Stunner with another cap as well from the quote-unquote bad side. That is 4 points in the last 2 minutes. Just when we thought Optic was going to be mounting their comeback, you see the desperation tosses and the interception to close it out. Stunner going huge. Nadeshot and the boys got to be disappointed, but this is speaking so much to the potential that Stunner has. They went to the grand finals versus Optic in last weekend's 5K tournament. 1 week later, just 6 days later, they face off and they beat them 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, given the fact that it was a 6-point game and the kills, I'm just looking at the scoreboard now, the kills were that even. I'm not sure if it was particularly what Stunner was doing right or more of a case of what Optic were doing wrong, whether they just weren't capitalizing on map control or pushing the ball the wrong way. I'm not sure, but with the kills that even, you'd expect it to be a closer game.
When I was looking at it, the mini-map, you often saw people to the right of Nadeshot, over on kind of the blue side or the broken window building. The opposite side is where Stunner was flooding, and they got 3 caps that way on the second side. So very impressive performance by Stunner to just kind of keep it out of Optic's hands. I don't know if they've been watching film or if this is just how Stunner plays from that side, but they did a really good job of making sure Optic never had control of their base and couldn't get that route, especially after Optic opened up with some big captures.
Yeah, I think they were just effective in taking advantage of the fact that Optic being down almost the whole game, being the trailing team, they had to push, they had to apply the pressure, and they just waited for them to push and then just capitalized on that, really.
So let's look at one of the craziest brackets you'll see in competitive gaming. Stunner with a major upset over Optic Gaming. Number 4 seed versus number 5. We expected that to go the distance. Instead, Prophecy stomping out JusTus. Only game 1 was close, and even that was kind of a blowout. Game 2, absolute destruction and search and destroy, and then Prophecy showing their strength in CTF. You already called them potential champions. We'll see if they can continue. On the bottom half, Denial, not expecting to see Strictly Business in the round of 8 after Envy was upset. Strictly Business took advantage, quick route to the top 8, but it was Denial 3-0ing them there. And then the last match, TK versus FaZe. 3-1 is your final score, but I think if you go back and you watch that series down game by game, it'll be much closer than you expected. TK coming down to the last 5 seconds in hardpoint. FaZe really struggling in the uplink. They got a nice overtime capture to win it all, but I think, honestly, TK, one of the stronger of the 8 teams we saw in our round of 8.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a huge match for... Sorry, go on.
No, you're ahead. Go ahead.
I think this next match versus Denial and FaZe is the match of the tournament because I think they played each other 2 days ago. It was me and Mr. X actually casted it 2 days ago versus Denial and FaZe. Denial actually ended up giving FaZe their first loss of the entire league, beating them 3-1. And I think the only map FaZe managed to take was the hard point in the first map.
You heard Swanee, Ron. He wants Denial FaZe. Get us that match. That is the goal. Prophecy, Stunner going down in the top half of the bracket. Boys, it's time to do some new predictions. We'll get to those on the other side of the commercial break. Duffman, think of something clever. We'll be right back.
I got it.